myself, I never change. Yeah. Dirty soda, treat me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Vikings going up against the Bears.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On second down, here's Trubisky. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Third
play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Cook. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They run with Murray. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
All right, here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right at the 20. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Keenum. He'll find Thielen working the middle, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. Here's McKinnon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Trubisky will throw. And able to find John Brown. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Linval Joseph able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 12 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Pass.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Broski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Again, it's Howard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And out now come the Vikings. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the 1st level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Check, Patriot!
From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Touchdown, Vikings! Latavius Murray, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st, and they also picked up a touchdown.
offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, Trubisky. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag. And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now. And this is going to be incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top. Keenum throwing on second. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel.
Out of
the gun, Keenum. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. From the gun, it's Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Second and 10, Keenum here again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, here's Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. Patriot. Blue, landed. Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
Throwing again is Keenum. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Forbath to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Forbath out to kick this one away. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to have really good starting field position here, as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Watch it now, Barney! Here we go now. Green, 30. Over!
They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Cook following the penalty. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Trubisky. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Here's Trubisky. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Over the middle here to Brown. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. A give to Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. First down, they run with Howard. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. And the wideout in motion. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run for it. Cook. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Trubisky on first down. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. So they're going to go for 2. Now Trubisky to throw. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 76 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the Traders take a look, will step aside. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go!
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go with Howard again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now.
On the toss play, Howard. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stokes. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Finding some room at midfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Rodgers. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Again, it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Trubisky draw play, gives to Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Minnesota, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.